doing what you know, what you love, living the Ikigai way. So the very first question is this: I have so many interests and skills. How do I know which one is truly is my calling? I also have found that the most common way people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any. And this is where clarity comes in, right? What power do you actually possess? What gifts, what superpowers, right? What strategies, what skills that people need? That's power, right? And this has everything to do with self-mastery, which is do. What are you going to do? You're calling from smallness to greatness. Success does start within. What you want to do is you want to own your gifts, unleash and share your gifts with the world. Self-mastery is doing what you know and love while impacting lives. The hero's journey from discovering your expertise and your passion to creating your offer. Step into your greatness. There are people out there that are waiting for you that you are called to serve. That is self-mastery. The more you know yourself, the more impact you'll make, the more income you'll generate. Self-mastery is greatness, stepping into your greatness, and greatness is paying the price so that your tribe doesn't have to. And self-mastery has everything to do with your offer that you create, the marketing and the messaging, how you stand out, how you get seen, all your visibility, how do you gain visibility. Self-mastery has everything to do with whether you decide to make offers, because you can actually help people get results, and really what you charge, the value you charge for yourself based on self-mastery. And the impact income formula is very, very simple. 7 very simple steps, okay? And it starts at the very bottom, that you're living it. Self-mastery is you're living it. And because you're living it, it's what you're doing that you know, and so you're doing something that you love, that we're able to extract it. We're going to be able to identify that and extract it. And then we're going to be able to package it into an offer, whether it be do it yourself, done with you, done for you, a service, a product, a workshop, a course, whatever that is. Put a value to it, market it so that people know that you exist, sell it, add value, serve, and then make offers so that you can then wake up every single day teaching it, doing what you know, what you love, living the Ikigai way. So the very first question is this: I have so many interests and skills. How do I know which one is truly is my calling? My answer to you is this: recognize your unique expertise and passion, not just expertise. A lot of people do things just like me. I did something that I was really good at, but then I found myself waking up one day hating luck because I wasn't doing what I love. There's a marriage between what you know and what you love. You're meant for something greater. This I know. In business, this call to adventure is about recognizing the expertise, your experiences, and your passions that set you apart from everybody else. What makes you unique? And identify the unique value that you bring to the world and turn that into impact and income. The problems that you've actually been able to solve for yourself are really often the solutions you can offer to others. Just like Socrates said, know thyself, right? And here's the thing: expertise alone isn't going to do it. This will not work if you don't love what you're doing. There was a couple people that came to one of my boot camps one day, and one of them said, I want to, help people with their YouTube channel, grow their YouTube channel. And the other person said, what I want to do is help people with their relationships. And here's the problem. I said, how did you discover that that's what you want to do? The first person said, well, YouTube's a great source for traffic, and it's a great way to get your message out there, right? And the other person, relationship, there's, over 50, 60% of people are divorced. And the problem is the person that wanted to help people with their YouTube channel, they didn't have one, right? How do you teach somebody YouTube if you don't have a YouTube channel of your own? The other person that wanted to teach relationship wasn't in a relationship and has never been in a serious relationship, right? And that's what we mean by doing what you know and what you love, right? Because you shall know the truth. And what I did to them, both of them, was I saved them from wasting time. Because they're not doing something that they're an expert in. They're not doing something they're passionate about. And the unfortunate part is they don't like the truth, unfortunately. They never became coaching clients of mine, which is okay. Because for me, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, right? And there's always three truths. One is the truth to yourself, truth to self, who you are, who you need to become, what your strengths, your weaknesses are, what you know that you can help people achieve, what do you love that you want to be there for people more than they want to be there for themselves. That's a truth. The truth to others, that you want to be able to tell people the honest truth of what they should be doing, if they're whatever they need to solve, whatever, strengths they have, whatever their weaknesses. You got to be truthful to people. Be honest to people. And let others be truth to you. I always follow up. I always ask people, even when I run my webinars, I always follow up and ask them, not just for the sale or for the offer, just what was their experience? How can I improve? Right? Is that the message that they want to hear? Is that the content was good? I always ask for the truth because I don't want to assume, right? Those are the three truths, okay? Because here's the thing, guys. If you have really gone through your hero's journey, right? You did the departure, you did the initiation, and you're returning, right? The road back, the resurrection, the transformation, right? All of that. You have the elixir, you're returning with it. That's the only way, that's the only offer that you should create because you have the elixir to share with the world. You're living it at the very bottom there, and we're able to extract it. If you're not living it, we can't extract it. There's no way. You have to know yourself in order to sell yourself, okay? Because if you went through your hero's journey and you're living it, that means that you paid the price. You paid the price spiritually, you paid the price emotionally, physically, mentally, you paid the price. You went through it, right? You have the strategies. As a matter of fact, you went through it so that your people, your time, they don't have to. You spent the time, you spent the energy, you spent the money so that they do not have to. And you now possess strategies. And those who solve the biggest problems with their strategies and their knowledge and their frameworks make the most money. You have skills, something you could transfer to somebody else to help them go faster or to help them avoid or to help you get better at something. One of the things that I made myself a promise is that when I stand before my Creator, before God, at the end of my life, I would hope to say to Him that I don't have any more skills left. I don't have any more talents left. I don't have anything less. Why? Because I use everything that He gave me to help others. That's my promise for myself. You've overcome struggles. You went there, right? You went first. You struggled, just like me. 2 years it took me to launch and grow, to be successful, start being successful online, to get my very first $97 sale after 2 years, right? You struggle. And one thing that I've learned is that in your hours, right, your last hours, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the things that you did do. Right? You overcame them. You're valuable now. You achieved success, right? Because you came through your hero sharing. Just like us, we've been able to now live anywhere, right? Work anywhere, earn from anywhere, to be an anywhere entrepreneur. We've unlocked the freedom for ourselves to be able to live the laptop lifestyle. We achieved that success. Be able to grow, make impact in people's lives, make income, build a 7-figure business, win 2 Comic Awards, win two Comic Awards. We've done it. We achieved success. We now are able to turn that into our mission to help experts become anywhere entrepreneurs that want the freedom to live, work, earn from anywhere, doing what you know and love, while impacting lives of those that you have been called to serve. See, I believe that God helps those who help others. You've achieved success. You have a story to tell. Okay. And your ugly story will be the most beautiful part of your message. So don't ever be ashamed of it. One of the things that I learned about Oprah's story, whether you like her, believe her, or not, follow her, but her story is amazing. Often she would wear, in her younger ages, she would wear a potato sack as a dress. She found a way to learn how to speak, and she entered into a speaking contest. She came from a very, very poor family. But prior to that speaking contest, she was molested, raped by several family members, ended up being pregnant and giving birth, I think at the age of like 13. Had a tough life, but she didn't give up. That story, right? She went to learn how to speak, and she won a speaking contest, which won her a scholarship to college. And then she ended up working as an intern at a radio station. An executive fell in love with her attitude, her voice, her story, made her take over a struggling, at that time, called Chicago Morning, I do believe, a TV show, and negotiated a deal with her, and then ended up turning into the Oprah Winfrey for a show, which she ran for 30 years, right? Stories are amazing. It connects people. Stories, what that does is, if somebody feels bad about their life right now, they hear your story, they're like, oh, my life isn't as bad. Oh my gosh, right? I'm grateful now. Sometimes it put people in a grateful place. Or it gets people to connect with you to say, man, wow, that's tough. I had it tough too, but man, look what you did to you with your life, right? Just like me swimming across the Mekong, escaping my country of Laos, seeking asylum in Thailand at a refugee camp to get approval to come to the United States at 5 years old, getting shot at. That's a story, right? And your message is too big to play small, right? So you have something very valuable, either strategies, skills, you've overcome struggles, you achieve success, or you have a story to tell. So how do you achieve self-mastery? What if you're confused, you don't have clarity in what is it you really know that you're great at, right? First, do the expertise audit. What you want to do is you want to list down all your personal and professional experiences. Second, you want to identify what people already come to you for advice on. There's people coming to me advice for funnels, coming to me for advice for marketing, sales, mindset, offers, how to write copy, how to clarify their message. People already come to me for that. And I turn into an offer. Reflect on all the challenges you've overcome that could help you help others do the same, right? Do the life experience timeline. Write down key moments in your life, both challenges and achievements. Highlight experiences where you've actually gained significant knowledge or transformation. Look for patterns, right? What themes keep showing up? What patterns keep showing up? That's a life experience timeline. Do the 5 people exercise. Ask 5 people, or even 10, or even 15, or more. Friends, colleagues, family members, mentors, what they think your strengths are. Compare their answers, your list. What strengths or skills do they mention repeatedly? Or do they mention about you? Use this feedback to really confirm your unique expertise. And then, just like I said, you got to do what you're great at, but you also got to do what you love, what you know and what you love, what you're passionate about it. So do the passion test as well. Ask yourself, what could I talk about all day? Just like this, I could talk about this all day, right? Without getting bored. What books, podcasts, or videos do you consume for fun, right? And ask yourself, is money was not an issue in your life? What would you love to spend time on? What would you love to spend time talking about and doing, even if you did it for free? That's the passion test. Because if you love what you're doing or not, your audience will know. Your body can't lie. Just like my body here cannot lie. This is what I love doing. Okay? Your audience will know. Ask yourself, if I could teach one thing, right, in your journal, write down on your prompt, write for 10 minutes answering, if I could teach the world one thing that I truly believe in, what would it be? And don't overthink it. Just keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. Just write whatever comes naturally. That's your one thing journal prompt. And then market validation. Research if there's a demand, right? So don't go creating against solutions where there aren't any problems. Research if there's a demand for what you love to do. Find competitors or role models that already are succeeding in that space. And really identify gaps. What can you offer that others are not? That's market validation. And my final thought on recognize your unique expertise and passion is this. Isn't about waiting for the perfect moment to recognize it. It's about creating it by stepping into what you already know and love.